Good morning, everyone. Beginning to slowly pick up on a bit of a breeze into the city of Big Spring. Starting to see gusts near 37 miles per hour. We can definitely see the higher gusts are currently still well north of us up into near areas of Throckmorton and Knox County, picking those gusts around 40 to 50 miles an hour. Getting reports into the city of Snyder. Those winds are also beginning to pick up, but it just hasn't updated yet on our plots. But currently, though, a breeze around 13 miles an hour. That's a sustained wind into both Midland and Odessa. That cold front should be around into the region between 7 to 10 a.m. I think really Midland, Odessa by around 8 a.m. Pushing in throughout much of the whole region by San Angelo at 10 a.m. Pushing into near areas of Big Bend by 2 p.m. So it is really going to be gusty at times. Gust around 35 to 45 miles an hour. Temperatures are only going to drop though into those 60s for those daytime highs. So I think the worst of the winds are going to stick with us into the late afternoon. So it is rather going to be windy and hazy at times, so make sure you go ahead and bring in some of those Christmas decorations or any of those loose items, and go ahead and put the windbreaker on and give yourself extra time for that commute out the door. Here's where that cold front currently is, already picking up that northerly wind in both Midland and Odessa, but we're going to see more of those gustier conditions as the cold front makes its full passage, with daytime highs relatively going to be into those low to middle 60s, in which by the time we head around 4 to 5 p.m. that's when those winds should relatively be a bit more calmer, turning in more into a light breeze besides more of those gustier conditions. But overnight lows tonight relatively going to be into those 30s and 40s. I think even some 20s more off into the west and higher terrain. Also, we'll be working with a bit more drier air, but even with the cool start to the morning, those winds are going to shift back to the south, giving us 70s and 80s as we head into Thursday. Going to be well above normal for where we should be for this time of year, and those winds are going to be picking up thanks to this little system that is going to be approaching, bringing in kind of a weak cold front heading into Friday. Not going to do much in terms of temperatures. Might bring a gusty wind up with 20 miles per hour coming in from the north, but really other than that, it's only going to be just a small shift in wind direction, with the most noticeable cold front going to be on late Saturday into Sunday, where it's going to bring more of those cold and breezier conditions. But we will warm up ahead of the front, something we call compressional warming. The air parcels will tighten ahead of the boundary, but that colder air will be able to settle in as we head into Sunday. I'm expecting daytime highs to be into those upper 40s with low to middle 50s, but we got 70s though on the way at least before then, with relatively at least a nice Friday ahead and even Saturday as well. Otherwise though, right now walking out the door out into the tall city, we are starting to pick up that breeze though around 13 miles an hour. Currently very warm at 50 degrees, similar to where our daytime highs are going to be as we head into the later portions of Sunday. Around 52 out into Midland, 61 in Saragossa, 56 in Fort Stockton, 32 off into Ozona, with around 48 in Abilene and 43 off into San Angelo. Throughout much of the day working with those gustier conditions, but the wind should calm down by the time we head into the late afternoon, early evening, topping out around 63 into Midland, with 64 off into Odessa, 65 off into San Angelo, with 70 out into Junction, with widespread 70s heading into Thursday and Friday. We have plenty of sunshine to go around, a bit of a breeze at times, but we'll see more of those breezier conditions again with a late cold front heading into Saturday into Sunday, with highs topping out in the 50s, with 60s returning early next week.